Previously on Survivor. Espada was shocked and confused after Jack's idol was revealed to be fake.
Is that allowed?
And Rhea decided to keep her hidden immunity idol a secret.
And maybe third tribal if we get there, I'll pull mine out.
At the challenge, Espada bounced back and won immunity. But everyone on the tribe still suspected that Rhea had the idol. On the floor, there was an early split into two groups of four. But when Kevin started throwing out a bunch of names for the vote, Grace and Nick led the charge to vote him out.
He is bringing up my name, and he's bringing up my people's names.
Just before Tribal, Lakshya started talking about wanting to quit.
I'm going insane. Please
vote
vote
me
me
out.
out.
Kevin,
Vote
that was
me
actually
out.
And told her tribe mates to vote her out at Tribal Council.
Please cut me out.
However, Kevin's sloppy gameplay made him a bigger target. 14 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
This got interesting.
Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the vote that was cast for Stella, which completely blindsided everybody in the room.
Didn't we kind of agree that we would vote for like we would tell Kevin to vote for me?
Yeah. Especially since Kevin was trying very hard to play both sides. We were all like, no, Kevin's the one that's got to go.
Somebody voted for Stella.
I feel like
Stella's off the hook.
What if Kevin voted for Stella?
Then who voted for Lakshya? What if it was you? I voted for me? Yeah, isn't that what you're talking about? Oh yeah, that's valid. But no, I don't think I voted for me. I know I did not. I did not vote for me, guys.
You said your vote was never based on beauty, which is so mean.
Yeah.
I didn't. You said that. I was like,
It just came out of my mouth.
I think we're keeping the beauty.
I didn't mean that at all.
No, I didn't get that.
I was just trying to make a joke. I was trying to make a joke.
okay.
This is getting heated.
While we were all studying at the GSU after Tribal, Rory admitted to being the one who put Stella's name into the box.
Voting for Stella caused, I don't know, that was a scandalous thing to do. I definitely shouldn't have done that. But I told her that I voted for her. Which I don't know, it went really well, so I feel good about that.
But Rory's intention were not malicious at all. Rory, absolute sweetheart.
I told a few people I voted for Stella, but not everyone. I just didn't have the chance to get around to it.
He just wanted to not everybody was voting for Stella, you know what I mean? And to lighten it a little bit for Kevin. And I feel really, really bad for Kevin.
Not having the chance to talk to everyone complicates things further, I guess.
This is just gonna get harder from here. Yeah.
Spencer's typing in the chat. Oh, Spencer! Oh my god! Oh my god!
There's a video? Oh my god.
Espada getting your first look at the new LaFleur tribe. Kevin voted out at the last Tribal Council.
Kevin? Who the frick is Kevin?
This challenge will be played over a period of 24 hours. This challenge is called Video Scavenger Hunt. Each tribe will receive the same list of tasks that they must record themselves doing in order to earn points for their tribe.
Each task has a designated amount of points that it is worth, and each tribe can complete each task one time to earn the designated amount of points unless otherwise specified. The tribe that has the most points at the end of the 24-hour period wins immunity, will be safe from tribal council, nobody going home. For the losers, you'll have a date with me at tribal council where someone will become the third person voted out of Survivor BU Clash of the Classes.
Yeah, who is Kevin?
The one who was like, he was like really loud. It's the one we thought that we were gonna get voted out.
Oh my god, it is him?
It's the one who has like a connection to Spyro or something.
Yes, the one that's like super strategic.
Yeah, he was like,
oh my god, I knew it. I literally called that shit.
Oh, say, can you see
by the dawn's early light?
You're so proudly they were
at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
at the lights first gleamer,
o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. This is by Marsh Plaza.
Whose bright stripes and
Guys, real quick, do you mind if I pitch a crazy movie idea for you guys?
Sure. If I pitch a movie idea? Oh my god, okay.
Imagine this, it's two brothers in the same, going on the same mission to save the world. A meteor is coming down, crashing the earth, and they're the only two brothers available to stop it.
I can see it now. Think Trisha Paytas. And she stumbles into the Keebler Elf village.
One brother is having problems with family problems, so you know him and his wife divorced, and so he wants to see his child, but his wife's not letting him.
And it's sort of like an emotional tale, where she has to help the elves make the cookies.
The other brother turns out to be gay, and so then he starts having feelings for his own brother. And so there's a weird little like incest thing going on for a little bit between the movie. And then at the end, everybody dies.
And in the end, they all hold hands around the earth. And yeah.
You ever heard of the movie Melancholia? You ever heard of the movie Armageddon?
No.
And it stars Malibu Barbie.
Ready? Okay. Oh! 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 Oh!
Whoa! Is there a wolf?
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
This is what you deserve, you dirty cheater!
Dude, that stuck out so well. I can't see anything. It smells really good though, I would say.
Bye.
3, 2, 1, go, go, go.
Excuse me, is your zodiac sign Gemini? What is it? Aries. I don't believe you, I think it's Gemini. No, why? I'm like 100% sure it's Gemini. Okay. I'm an Aries.
Aries?
Yes.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I don't think so.
No.
I'm just getting like Libra energy.
Interesting. I think my moon's
I see. That's very, very interesting. Hard to believe, but I guess I'll let it slide.
What? I have it tatted right here. No, I'm not actually flipping you off. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. It's you. Can I get your autograph? Please. Can I please get your autograph?
No way! So famous. No way! Holy shit! Thank you!
Yeah. We got the autograph.
Stella Tonga.
What? Oh my gosh.
I have loved you, sweet summers. How I hold them all. Will you
Oh
make me the happiest
sorry.
summer?
Oh my god. Yes, 1,000 times yes.
They're engaged! Wow!
Stephanie, ever since I met you, my life has been the most joyous it's ever been. You're the smartest, kindest, sweetest person I've ever met in my entire life. Will you please do the honor of marrying me? Of course. Yes! Yeah!
just a quick shout out to Survivor BU, especially the tribe Espada. Let's get this shit. Happy season 45. Happy Survivor Wednesday. Let's go! You're on the phone with your girlfriend, she's upset. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? She's going off about something that you said, but she doesn't know you're human like I do. I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? She wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers. You belong with me. You belong with me. That was probably a minute, guys. Yep, that was probably a minute.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Oh.
Okay, this is the big reveal.
Keep your arm out. Just like stab me.
Yes.
We're Survivor.
All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Yeah. Oh, cool little shenanigans going on back in the air.
I'm coming in hot. It's like guns blazing. I'm coming in like a crazy I'm coming in like a banshee.
Okay, I just found Spencer's shirt. Okay, this is the shirt, and this is where I found it. Right here. Holy shit, that's insane. Oh my god, the PU police is right here. Yeah, that's actually good. Right by the BU castle. This is insane. I've been looking for the last 40 minutes for this fucking t-shirt. Oh my god.
Espada, LaFleur, thank you for being so patient with us. We have tallied up the final results of the Video Scavenger Hunt Challenge. The margin in this challenge was razor thin, as the final score was 183 to 181. In a challenge where you could have scored a potential 212 points, your two tribes had a 2-point margin between them. And the winner of the Video Scavenger Hunt Challenge with 183 points is LaFleur. Congratulations, LaFleur. You have won tribal immunity. You will be safe from tribal council. Nobody from your tribe is going home. And as for you, Espada, you've got a date with me at Tribal Council. Somebody will be the third person voted out of Survivor VU Clash of the Classes.
Well, that was embarrassing. I thought we won, and now we have to go to tribal, which is really sad, and I don't want to.
Honestly, I'm very disappointed with how the challenge went. Also, primarily because I think it wasn't about us not being able to do it. It was more like we just didn't do it. It was like I felt like more overconfidence came into play from all of our ends, not just one person.
I was looking for the shirt for like almost 40 minutes because I thought that if we got the shirt, we would have like the competition in the bag basically.
Like last night when we were talking about like the tie-dyeing the t-shirt one and the jump rope one, and I was like, okay, I can go to Target and get them, but then I like rethought it and then I asked them, I was like, do you guys think we need to do this, like da-da-da, and everyone just kind of said like, no, I think it's okay, I think we're fine. But had I just like gone to Target and just done one of them, we would have gotten the 3 points and we would have beat the other tribe.
Rhea told us that it could possibly be at the castle, so I was like, it was like my last ditch effort. I did not think it was gonna be there. Like I was totally about to just like walk away and not do it, but like I went there and I found it and it felt so amazing. But I'm like so sad because it was like for nothing basically.
There were definitely some clear differences in the brunt of the work that people took on. For example, David kind of didn't do shit. Yeah, which was a little annoying.
I think David and Leo were already at the bottom, and I think they knew that because of the way the vote went. They were on the bottom of the vote, and they're the ones that are still here. And they just happened to do the least for the challenge.
I worked with like everyone pretty much during the immunity competition, except for David. I don't know where David was, but
so but David did, I think, maybe 2, if I remember correctly, or maybe 1. And it wasn't even more so about the fact that it is kind of about the fact that he just kind of didn't take on any work, but also about the fact that he was just AWOL all of yesterday, and without even giving us a heads up, he kind of said like 2-3 sentences, sent maybe a couple messages over the entirety of yesterday, and I think that like kind of pissed me off.
Oh, also they were like kind of pissed off about the competition.
Really?
They were a little pissed.
Wait, you mean this past week or?
This past week.
Oh, because I didn't contribute?
Yeah, they're like, oh, he didn't even text us.
I know, dude.
That's what they were saying, and I was like, fuck.
No.
I feel like I have a good enough read on him to where like I kind of know what he's doing, so I'm like, whatever.
I know, it sucks. I low-key had like a rough day.
Yeah.
So I just didn't have the energy, but like, no, I do feel shitty because I did not
I think you should.
Also, update. So I haven't seen the other tribe. None of us really have seen the other tribe apart from at challenges, right? So today at GSU, I ended up seeing some members of the other tribe, and one of those members included Grace. At the very, very first challenge, basically at Marooning, when me and Grace talked to each other, we kind of talked about an alliance, the Florida-Georgia Alliance, and when we were put on separate tribes, we were like, okay, great, this is a cross-tribal alliance, no one's gonna see it coming, no one knows we even know each other. And today when I saw her, she like made clear eye contact with me, and we just kind of looked at each other, and she also like I feel like we had an understanding, like I don't know how to explain this, but like we looked at each other and like we were just like, okay, like I feel like we had an understanding that was still there. Well, ideally, if we just have a tribe swap, I think that would be amazing for my game, and hopefully me and Grace can be on the same tribe and try and foster that connection that we say we have.
I feel like it's down to 2 names, right? And I'm fine either way.
Wait, like Leo or David?
That was mine.
I'm also fine either way. Yeah, that was mine too. I'm also fine either way. I don't really care.
Everyone seemed pretty on board with, okay, let's keep the girls strong and get one of the guys out, and I honestly do think that's my plan too. I have no reason right now for getting any of the girls out. I do like them. I think they're a good alliance to keep.
Does anyone want to throw a name out there? I don't want to be.
Do we want to like do rock paper scissors and like what like or like some sort of game to like throw, like flip a coin?
I'm kind of scared because I tried to save David during our meeting because I don't want David to be out yet because he's like my secret like connection to the other side of the tribe. Not gonna lie, I'm thinking Leo because I just want it to be easy.
I feel like David's also easy though.
And that conversation steered toward what if David has the idol, because I think right now like Leo and David are on the bottom. So like what if David has the idol? Is it safer to vote out Leo?
Like, I don't know. He might have it. He didn't like, I don't know. I mean, I honestly have no idea. He might have it. I have no idea. But I don't think Leo does though. Like, the reason I brought that up is I was going to ask, does anyone have any other ideas? Because I don't think it's Leo. I think David might have it. But then if none of us have it, the only other option is Hyro. But I don't really know if Hyro does. He did say he spent like 2 hours looking for it. And he said he didn't find it. So, like, yeah, I don't know.
You know what? It literally could be anyone. Like,
yeah.
Spencer's gonna ask that question.
I promise you guys, I swear I do not have it. It would have been played last tribal had I had it.
I think I did come off pretty persuasive to everyone about not knowing that Jack had a fake idol. I think people believe me on that. Like, there's no reason, the only way I would lie about that is if I had the real one. And I think, yes, there will probably be suspicion. I think my name has probably been thrown around of maybe having the idol. But I think, hopefully, I'm doing a good enough job of kind of like being like, nope, it's not me.
I think it's safer to vote Leo. I'd be more comfortable splitting the vote.
Because we know nothing's gonna happen, and it makes, like, even though the idol's still there, we all make it to next week.
I'm so happy that we won. We put so much effort in doing all those challenges. I think most of us pulled our weight in doing all the tasks and stuff. I think outlier was Lakshya. She didn't really do a lot of them. It was mainly everyone else, and I think it would be a good consensus, unanimous vote. I think she's just logically gotta go. And Stella at Taco Bell was talking about how, if Rory got to the end, I think it would just be funny if he won. I think I would definitely go for her. And then I was just thinking, wait, he's low-key a social threat. I think not yet, but down the road, he's definitely gotta go. I think I could probably convince Grace Bowen to vote for him, but right now I definitely don't have the numbers. Alicia, Stella, Lakshya definitely would not vote for Rory. But I love more safe. Yeah. I just got a notification that the second clue to the idol was posted, so I'm gonna take the train, maybe even run to the GSU right now, because I know where the first clue was, so I'm determined to get the idol. Walking in the rain for this freaking idol. Better be worth it.
Assassination of the top referring to the floor of the
Stop it! I didn't even see you at all. I'm on the phone with my sister because she's good at this stuff, and she was here a couple days ago and we went searching together.
Assassination of the top back floor, leap of the floor. A reward with scavenging will certainly be in store.
There's some kind of Abraham Lincoln connection. Okay? Honest sense, honest Abe, and Abraham Lincoln is on the penny. That's where sense comes. Sputtered and died. Where he died, it's gonna be at one of the theaters, maybe. Okay.
Abraham Lincoln's assassination on the top floor? I don't know.
I'm gonna go scavenge around a theater. I'll find a theater.
I might stake out here and watch people to see if they come, because I feel Bowen would come, but I want to see. Tell me you saw it. Okay, so I was gonna stake out and see if anyone else would come find a second clue, but I have a good lead. The assassination of Abraham Lincoln was done by John Wilkes Booth. And I do pass a huge Booth sign on my way to class every day. I'm now running in the rain on my way. Oops. On my way to the boot sign. I just caught Grace looking for the idol.
Stop it!
Just caught her looking for the idol. Ooh. So Grace and I are currently at the Joan and Edgar Booth Theater. We've just been digging in the dirt for the past like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Not really knowing what to do. We're kind of lost, but we're pretty sure it's near here.
John Wilkes Booth killed Lincoln. It has to be it.
It has to be here. I also found this. I don't think it's the idol. It might be the idol. I'm not sure. But I'm so... I know it's somewhere here, which is bugging me, but I don't know. I'm just gonna keep looking for a bit. I gotta go to class soon, but I'm not giving up.
So I just found the other second clue for the idol, and it's pretty clear that it's gotta be at the Booth Theater because Top Hat assassination, like Booth, like John Wilkes Booth. And this is called literally the Booth. Like it has to be something theatrical. I don't know. Today it's a weird day. The second idol clue was released. I low-key feel like my theory, I'm even paranoid, but I feel like Nick and Grace have like something going on. Like they both were there looking for it, and they both like found her or something, and then like they were being really fishy in the way they were texting me. Like they both texted me at the same time, and like I'm so lost. Like I was out of the blue at the same time. I was like, what? Like okay.
I think Grace and Nick have it, and they have like some form of like coalition that they split it or something like that because they're both being super sus. So yeah, I probably think they have it.
Okay.
I'm like 90% sure.
Nick decided to go bonkers and was like, I saw you put something in your jacket. I saw you put something in your jacket.
She's looking around, kind of looking for me. Doesn't see me, but I like sprint around to her. She goes in the corner, and then I'm like, oh, Grace, did you find anything? She's like, no. And then she puts her hand like on her hip. It like stays on her hip for a while. I'm like, okay.
I was like, and I sent him this video, and I was like, look, this is the outfit I was wearing. I was wearing jeans. I can't fit a gallon-size Ziploc bag with stuff in my jeans. Okay, just purely logistical. This is a flannel. It's not even a coat. The only pockets that it has are up here, and I couldn't fit anything in there. And if I was to put it in my pocket, I was wearing these pants. I can't even fit, this is as far as my hand can go in there. I can't fit a gallon-sized bag on these. And I wouldn't lie to you if I had it. Number one, I wouldn't be able to hide it from you. Number two, I just wouldn't lie. I would tell you. I would be too freaking excited to not tell anybody.
Like, and she's giving all these like excuses, like why, if she had it, she would tell me. Which is a little sus.
I was wearing like a tank top and a flannel. Like the only pockets I have are like up here. There's no way I could have found the idol. My bag, I didn't even have my bag near me at all.
So I'm pretty sure she has it, which kind of sucks, but hopefully she wouldn't use it against me. I did, however, find this, which I'm pretty sure isn't the idol, but it looks like a pretty good fake idol.
Somehow, I don't think he believes me that I didn't find it, which is stupid because logistically there is absolutely no way I could have hid that and him not know. But he's convinced that I have it.
Last night, I met with Rhea and Stephanie. And I had been convinced that Rhea had the idol, but she's acting. She's a very good actor. Very good at convincing me that she doesn't. I still think she does because I just talked to David, and he made it sound like he doesn't.
Rhea tried to convince everyone that David had the idol, and I was so convinced after that meeting that David had the idol.
He told me that he doesn't have the idol, and he gave me a little alibi. He said he was at work, which I think he's said that in the past, so I don't think he's lying about that because he also said that he works at MGM, which is like details that are verifiable. So,
but then Julie and I started talking, and I started thinking about it, and it like her stories were not making sense at all. Like the timelines were messed up. Like her stories just like went like kind of crazy, but we all believed her. So that's when I realized too that she was probably a little bit more dangerous than I thought, because she was able to make me believe like all these crazy timelines and all that stuff. Julia came up to me and told me that we should maybe think about getting Rhea out this week, and I was so happy because I've been trying to get Rhea out for the past like 2 tribals, I guess, or like since the game started. I was trying to get Rhea out because of Jack, and finally it was my chance, so I like jumped on that like so quickly. I feel like it might be harder to get her out after this. Like after this week, it's harder to get her out because it's less numbers, and then she's gonna...
So you want to just do it now?
I'm like, I don't know. For me, I feel like I want to do it now.
But I'm trying to meet up with Olivia and Stephanie later, and I want to propose throwing our 3 votes onto Rhea to either flush the idol or like flush the idol one way or another. So we had that meeting
tell me
with
about
Rhea.
the conversation last night, because
I don't know, because she was like so critical to me that it wasn't her, but like I feel like there's no universe where she doesn't have it.
It's same. Okay, so I'm like, I low-key believe, like during the meeting, I was believing
really
her.
convincing.
No, I'm telling you, like.
And then like afterwards, I was like, okay, wait.
Like,
You like got a second and like.
that was exactly me. I was
Okay.
like, okay, wait, because I was trying to think about her story, and some of these things weren't adding up.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
I don't think David has it. Yeah, she was telling me like, well, if you do process of elimination, it has to be David because it's none of the girls. And then some reason why Leo and Hyro couldn't have it. She was like, well, that leaves David. And it's like, yeah, I guess. I don't know.
so it would be 3 for Leo, and then it would be Leo who would make the final vote. And if he voted for Rhea last time, he would vote for Rhea. Rhea would have no idea she would vote with the Bible. Currently, we think that it's gonna be a 4-3 vote, with 4 votes going towards Rhea and 3 votes going towards Leo, just so it's not unanimous. So if she pulls out her idol, then Leo's probably gonna go instead of Rhea, which is good because we don't want any of us to go home this week.
I need to think about how we can best do this and not piss her off too much, because she's gonna know that.
But and if she's really pissed off, then she leaves.
Well,
it's not a problem
Yeah,
anymore.
no.
Yeah.
But she's someone that's
our numbers.
You don't want to be her enemy.
Yeah, actually, David, he's on the bottom. Right? I feel like he's probably self-aware that he's like on the bottom, so he might just vote whoever anyone says, as long as it's not him.
I think same goes with Leah.
I fully think that David will vote however we tell him.
I think he'll happily vote for Rhea.
Yeah. So, is anyone a particularly good liar? Because I'm not.
I'm so bad.
I'm decent, but not amazing.
Okay, would you be comfortable lying about your vote?
Oh, to Rhea?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if we need to, I can be the person to vote for her. I'm fine with that, yeah.
As I understand it now, it is going to be Leo, David, Hyro, Olivia on Rhea, and then me, Stephanie, Rhea on Leo.
Right now, I'm the most loyal to Julia, and then probably like David, and then Hyro. I'm not sure about Olivia. I think I'll be more sure about where her loyalty lies after Tribal to see where she votes, and if she votes for the person that I think she's gonna vote for, which is Rhea. And if she doesn't, then I guess I'm just gonna lose trust in her, I guess. I'm so scared. Like, we need to think about what her reaction will be.
And we need to like make sure we want to do this.
So, since the last tribal council 2 weeks ago, I've been really trying to balance both sides between Rhea and then everyone else, mainly the other girls. Because I want to keep Rhea, I want to keep working with her, but everyone suspects her of having the idol, of framing Jack, of doing all this. Like, that's not a secret. Everyone thinks that. I think that.
I just we need to figure out how to best do this so that we can still have a relationship with her.
I've been trying to remain close with Rhea, but still make it
seem like I'm willing to target her to the other girls because I'm very scared of people thinking that we're a duo. So I wanted to make sure that people are comfortable talking about Rhea to me. I don't know if I want her to make it to merge. Like, would she be an asset after merge, or would she? I've been talking to Julia and Stephanie, and when they bring up Rhea's name, I act like I'm on board, which honestly, because until yesterday they were saying that it would probably be best to target her later on and wait, which was what I thought. But then yesterday I talked to them, and now they want to try to get her out at this next tribal. If we did 3-3-1 either, same thing, she would know one of us was.
It's okay, we got each other.
Oh, yeah.
We got each other. Like, she's a master convincer, but.
She's a master convincer, but
I trust you guys and I want to
if we like stay strong.
I was like totally chilling yesterday, and now I'm in a really tough spot. So these next few days are going to be interesting, but we'll see.
But Rhea, like, voting for Rhea makes more sense, I think, because she has the idol.
Yeah.
And everyone knows that she has the idol.
Everyone knows she has the idol. The week's been crazy. Luckily, Steph has pulled through huge for me, and she's been a huge ally.
Dude, that's what she said, though. During
Yeah,
the
that's what she's been saying. Is
she's
like,
David is so strategic. He's like running circles around us. He's playing 10D chess.
Running circles, dude. That's
what they said. David's playing 10D chess on us.
dude, oh my god. I'm super flattered that people think that, but I'm really just lazy as hell. I really have just been sleeping in. The one thing to note from our conversation tonight is that me and Hyro are definitely down to work together later on, if possible. So he could be an ally for the future, and I could be one for him as well.
Dude, I think you can get good with Hyro.
I think I can.
Really fast.
What is good?
Dude, what's good?
I think you know the plan for tonight, right?
Yeah. Okay. I guess you want to like go over it?
Yeah, so,
Alright, so
we're voting for Rhea.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. Alright. So guys, I've heard some pretty crazy things lately. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared.
Hey, I will offer though. Later in the game, if you ever want to pull some shit, hit me up.
No, dude, definitely. I feel like that's the thing because people don't really know that we communicate. We could pull some shit off.
Exactly. People don't know that we're tight.
Yeah. So we're planning to vote out Rhea. Alright. Hopefully it all goes well, and if unfortunately we have Leo as backup, sacrificial lamb in case Rhea does use the idol. I'm hoping that this is actually the plan, and the girls are actually conspiring against us guys. Yeah, I think that's our best play.
Yeah.
But before that, how do I know that this isn't the setup? You know what? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Hyro, he's like, I don't know. He's just like my bud. I feel like everybody likes him too much to like vote him out at this point, and that could be a threat later. But he's just so chill, and I like listening to his responses to tribal council.
Hopefully this works.
Hopefully we make it out alive. I'm like so nervous.
And if Rhea's the one who doesn't have the idol, and I'm just like, damn. Well,
I
one of you guys are fucking super manipulating like the whole game, which is crazy.
No, I really think that.
But I'm pretty sure it's Rhea, and if it's not, that's where I'm just
would
like, dude,
really
I'd be
if
surprised.
somebody else had it.
Yeah, I guess that's a threat later, but again, I am playing 1D chess, and I'm like, I like Hyro, I want to keep him around. But I just met with Leo, and he said that he was meeting with Rhea later today, and she is really good at this. So I'm worried that she is going to get him to switch.
And I'm scared that Leo's gonna say something to Rhea about how everyone else has been telling him to vote Rhea this week.
Tell me.
Okay. So, since the last tribal, you know your name's been thrown out a few times. I've told you that. People have.
Times? Okay, wait. Yes, you told me that. Okay, yeah, you can tell me.
So I'm about to talk to Rhea, tell her everything. I pretty much have to confront her straight up about having the idol. Basically, now they want to try to get 4 votes on you for this next tribal and get you out. But yeah, there's no way that if we have like 4 or 5 people targeting her, she's not gonna pick up on something. She's not gonna know. There's no way I figure she doesn't use her idol at the next tribal. So the plan was for me to get me, Hyro, David, and Leo to vote you out. So she's staying, I think. So I figured, okay, if she's gonna stay, she can either be mad at me or she can hear it from me first, and we're gonna be chill next week. Now, I'm telling you this, there's no way to get around this. I was thinking about this and I was like, it's kind of awkward, but I have to I just have to confront you. I know you have the idol.
I literally don't. I literally don't. David did the same thing to me. He confronted, after the last tribal when we were walking home, he literally looked me in the eye and he was like, Rhea, I know you have the idol. And I was like, I literally don't. I don't know why people keep saying that I do, but I swear to God I don't. He did the same thing. He was like, you have it. And I was like, I don't though. And he was like, oh, I thought if I came on strong enough, you'd admit it. And I was like, I literally don't though.
I was hoping she would tell me, as I confronted her the other day. And I was like, all right, if I just confront her, like it's me, maybe she'll tell me. Girl, I'm confronting you though because you have to play it. I'm telling you, you have to play it at this next one.
But I don't have it. I understand
Rhea,
why everyone thinks it's me.
You can be honest with me. I'm not gonna say a word.
I understand why, dude. I understand why everyone thinks it's me because obviously the fact that me and Jack found Fake One together makes it seem like I let him there. But I am not lying to you. He found it,
and she didn't. And the second I told her, she got so fidgety in her chair. She started moving around, and I was just standing there looking at her like. So.
I understand why everyone thinks it's me, but I don't know what to do about this now because I don't have it. I can't play anything that I don't have.
Really?
I'm being so honest with you. You can talk to David. He did the same thing to me.
I was genuinely debating telling her that, oh, I do have it, but I think what she wanted to hear from me was if she had heard that if I had said straight up that, yes, I have the idol, she would have voted me out just so she could flush it.
So what do you want to do for this next tribal then? So I mean,
if I'm getting voted out, I can't do anything about that. But I will talk.
I actually think we have a lot of wiggle room here. If we can get Leo and flip it on, and I think to throw a name out there, as much as
go for it.
Much as I like her, I think the biggest threat is Stephanie.
Really? I thought it would be Julia.
The easy thing could be us three voting for David because I'm not close to David, but Stephanie scares the shit out of me. I think she's a really good player. I think she's really good at minimizing her threat level. I feel like no one suspects her and she's friends with everyone and she's really smart. But I think Julia's just more, what you get is what you see. It's more like Facebook. I don't know. Just my thoughts. I think so.
No, I'm okay with yeah. I'm totally okay. Wait, so now think about the votes if that happens. So if you, me, and Leo vote Stephanie, then Julia and Stephanie are still voting Leo, and David and Hyro are voting me. So then Stephanie leaves.
Ew, and Stephanie would go. Perfect. It would be perfect.
This is, oh my God, this is such a risky plan.
Have
you talked to Leo?
No, I haven't yet. So when I went to Leo and Rhea about Stephanie, I didn't want to just bring it up right away. So for Leo, he actually said Stephanie's name before I even had to, which is great.
I think that I'm gonna vote for Stephanie because
Stephanie's smarter, yeah.
Because you know why? Because it's Stephanie is the only person that did not schedule a meeting with me. Only girl.
Really?
Yeah.
I could pull in Leo better than some other people have. I agree. I was thinking Stephanie because I think she's the smartest. I think she's very good at going under the radar and making it seem like she's not a threat, but I think she's friends with
I don't know, it's almost like how in a lot of TV shows or movies or something, some of the guy in the bottom is the actual boss in the end.
Exactly. That's what we're doing this week. Stephanie and Julia were saying that he leaves them on red and he takes 24 hours to respond to them and stuff, and he actually responds to me pretty quickly. I haven't said that to them obviously, but so that kind of made me think I had a shot with him.
But the votes are going to be 3 votes for Stephanie, which is going to be our 3, 2 votes for you and 2 votes for me. Me and you can easily say that we got together and we voted out Stephanie because we knew we were being voted out. That's a pretty easy way to say, and then we have to say we got you in the vote as well.
Would you guys be willing to
Yes. So it would be me, Olivia, and Leo. We just all entirely switch and vote Stephanie. Julia and Stephanie would continue voting Leo as per the original plan, and Hyro and David will vote me. So it'd be 3-2-2 and Stephanie would leave. Which ideally, in a perfect world, that happens, right? But this all depends on everything Olivia telling me being true, and I don't know how much of it I trust. Like, we're on the bottom of this tribe right now, and we need to find our way back up.
Yes.
Yeah,
So, and the best way to do that is to
It's
do
to
this.
form a strong
Yes.
alliance.
We should make a group chat.
And I'll make an effort just as Ria.
Yes, yeah, I'll text in my confession. I'll send
We need a name.
Like Ria, Olivia, Leah, ROL, and then the rollers.
Okay, let's do that.
Rollers?
Rollers.
Okay.
Let's do it. But I think if we come to him, both of us especially, come to him and say the same thing of, you might be on the chopping block tonight, people are trying to get you out again, and like, I think you need to vote Stephanie. I'm hoping that he'll be on our side. I think. The rollers. I think there's like 2 possibilities of what's gonna happen tonight. Either I'm going out or this entire elaborate plan of Stephanie going out will work. But I mean, there is a high chance that I am getting voted out tonight.
I'm just really happy, I think, that Ria might be going this week if everything is going to plan.
Okay, wait, so we should be fine then, right? So it's gonna be...
As long as Ria doesn't get Leo, we're fine.
Okay, so it's like worst case scenario, she uses the idol, Leo goes home, and then we'll just, if the 3 of us stick together next week, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we should be... It's my second shot at her, so if, I was talking to Jack, if I can't get Ria out this week, then just vote me off already, because, like, this is, like, I cannot, even with this, like, this is too much for me.
I didn't want to like orchestrate anything this early. I wanted to just lay low. But now I feel like I'm doing everything, and now I'm really scared that I can be perceived as a threat. So this is not how I wanted things to go. But this is the way it's going. So, yeah.
The question is, do we know, like, if we can't get Leo, do we assume that he's working with Ria, or do we assume that he's like a free agent?
I think we assume he's a free agent. Like, I talk a lot about people playing like 1D chess, 4D chess, 10D chess. He's playing like Mahjong. Like, he's playing like a totally different game. Or like checkers or something.
So, hopefully she goes this week, and I will be successful in trying to get her off for the second time.
I think that I'm probably not gonna play my idol. Here's where I'm coming from on this. Obviously, I know there's a very large chance that I get voted out. But thinking on it, if I play my idol now, I'm gonna look like a liar to every single one of them, and I'm just gonna get voted out next tribal.
And then hopefully this works. Because if this doesn't work, then I'm a little fucked. But you know what? It's whatever.
I don't really trust Olivia that much. I think she's a little bit more cunning than a lot of players are in this game. But, so am I. So that's how it kind of be. And I respect it.
I have a lot of power this week. What I do really matters. It didn't hit me until a few hours later that I'm kind of in a lose-lose situation right now.
I'm trying, obviously I want to trust what Olivia's telling me. I think for the most part I do. I think I'm trusting her more out of necessity than the fact that I actually believe her, just because I have literally no other option but to believe her.
I can either stay loyal to the girls, go along with the plan, and then either lose Ria, lose my number 1 ally, or she uses the idol and stays and she's pissed at me. Or I can betray the girls and try to say that, pull off like an Oscar-winning performance.
Honestly, if I get voted out tomorrow, I had a great run. I found an idol really fucking quick. I planted a fake one. I literally had the time of my life.
No matter what I do, no matter how I vote, I'm gonna be backstabbing someone. And
I literally was thinking about this all night because I was like, oh shit, what do I do? Either way, there's bad consequences.
So we're gonna see what happens, but regardless, it's gonna be a hell of a tribal. So stay tuned because y'all are gonna be in for a lot of fun.
Ira, it's an interesting passion statement you chose to walk in with.
Yes.
Is that all you have to say about that? Is there
yeah. It's paranoia. Just
Fair
hide
enough.
my
Does it
face.
have you feeling trapped inside your buff right now?
It's more like I'm feeling trapped in general, you know?
Hyro, obviously tribals are never easy, but you've already been to one, so was it any easier preparing for it the second time, having already gone through it once?
Me personally, that's a good question. There's no easy way to prepare for anything. I think we're all just lost in this world. You know, it's kind of hard to know when things are going to happen or how things are going to happen. We just got to trust that everything will be okay by the end.
So you're saying that you haven't prepared for this tribal council and you're just hoping that things will go your way tonight?
Yes.
And how do you think that's going to work out for you?
Yes.
David, is that at all concerning to you to hear Hyro say, I have no part in the preparations for this tribal council, I just hope it goes my way?
Honestly, it resonates with me. I think it's a valid perspective to have.
Do you share that perspective? Have you also not prepared for this tribal?
Well, I have prepared for the tribal, but I just agree with the sentiment that things are out of our hands.
So is this tribal out of your hands tonight, or is there a way that you can manipulate it to make it go your way?
Well, I think we all have sort of like a piece of the pie. Like I can't. I'm not in full control of the tribal. I have 6 other people here who could vote me out or vote with me, so I have to play along with them.
Rhea, do you think there's a consensus target this week?
I think every time I talk Survivor, I get more and more confused. Last tribal, I was like, oh, what's gonna happen? And I guess, yeah, it went my way, but my name was also written down 3 times, so I guess I could have anticipated that. And sure, I can say that, oh, I'm confident about what's gonna happen, or I think there will be a consensus, but like, internally, I have no idea.
So let's talk a little bit about Last Tribal, because you guys came in saying, oh, we're one big happy family, we're all united, and then a bit of a crazy tribal. I mean, Rhea, talk me through that.
I mean, it was. I think at tribal you have to be as politically neutral, if I may say that, as possible. So yes, I think we did put on this idea of we are a happy family, and I think some of us did think we were, but obviously there's a lot of stuff that's happening behind the scenes. There's probably stuff going on that like in each of our conversations that like no one else knows about, or that only like 3 people know or 5 people know. So that's just kind of how it goes. And Last Tribal, that's the same thing that happened.
So Stephanie, Last Tribal, Jack plays a fake idol and ends up going home. What do you make of that? What do you think happened there?
Well, obviously he got the fake idol somewhere, but I don't, like, it's hard to just blame Rhea on it because, like, you know, like, it could have been any one of us who could have been with Jack, you know, it could have been, what if all of us have an idol? Like, what if...
So, Olivia, 5-3 vote. Is this a united tribe?
No, I don't think so. I don't see like a definite split anywhere, but as a whole, no, I don't think so.
Hyro, are you seeing any lines being drawn in the sand at this stage? Any friendships that you're noticing? It doesn't even have to be an alliance per se.
I definitely see more circles being drawn. A lot of circles intersect with one another, and in that you get a spider web. Everybody gets lost within that spider web. So you just get a whole group of confused people.
So, I'm going to take a poll of the group here. Who here, by show of hands, thinks that their name has been thrown out this week as a potential target? Get hands from David, Rhea, Hyro, and Leo. I'll start with you, Rhea. Why do you think people might be going after you?
I think people think I have the idol, and obviously I understand. Like, yes, I was the one last week that said, oh, Jack has an idol. I was the one that caused that kind of vote to happen, and then everything comes out, Jack has a fake idol. And I can see where that suspicion is coming from. But I'm just gonna say it right here and right now. I promise you guys, I don't have it. If I had it, it would have been played last challenge. Because my name got written down, and I was scared last week too. So, I mean, I do think that people think I have it, which is a conclusion that I can see why people are drawing. And so yeah, I am nervous, but if my name is being written down tonight, then so be it.
So, Stephanie, when I asked about people who feel like their name has been thrown out there, you didn't raise your hand. Does it make you feel more secure to think about the amount of people that feel like their name has been thrown out when you don't think you've heard yours?
I mean, like, even though I didn't raise my hand, it's always, like, everyone's always nervous coming into tribal. And, like, us being the minority of people who do not great. I mean, for the people who's not raised their hand, it's just like that's a little worrying, just because maybe I'm just not aware of something or something's not happening. Maybe I'm just like not self-aware of what's happening in the game. Like there's just a lot of things that can go into that.
What about you, Julia? Same question. Don't think your name's been thrown out. Does it make you feel more comfortable or less comfortable that majority of the tribe here believes their names have been thrown out?
Well, I actually want to comment on what Stephanie said, how we might all have the idol, because I certainly would feel more comfortable with an idol in my pocket. But I also feel comfortable with the relationships that I've made, because the real idol is the friends we made along the way.
Unfortunately, if you try to play the friends we made along the way at Tribal Council, I will reject it. It will not get you safety. But I enjoy the sentiment nonetheless. Olivia, do you think tonight's going to be a blindside?
It will be for at least one person.
Rhea, blindside?
That depends on what your definition of blindside is. Like, I'm pretty sure the person that's gonna, like, that gets voted out, every tribal is not gonna know they're gonna get voted out. I mean, probably. So, maybe, yeah, I guess, for one person, like, kind of what Olivia said.
Does anyone here think I'm the one going home tonight? I'm pretty sure of it. Ira, I'm pretty sure you're going home.
Wait, you said as in yourself as you? Or as in like... As
Like, if you were to answer yes to this question, that means that you yourself are pretty sure that you are going home.
Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself as you.
We're all going home after the council.
Yeah, we're all
That is
going home
true.
after.
That is
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
I'll rephrase the question. You're right, Leo.
No, I thought he meant when he said as me. I thought he was talking about himself.
Yeah, Spencer's going home tonight, guys.
You're going to vote me out. Okay.
Can we just all write down Spencer's name?
No, but you're right, Leo. It is voted out. I will rephrase the question. Anybody here think I'm definitely getting voted out tonight? No. So it looks like we are in for a blindside. And with that, it is time to vote. Julia, you're up first. I'll go tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the Tribal Council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Stephanie. Leo. That's one vote Stephanie, one vote Leo. Rhea. Leo. That's two votes Leo. Rhea. We are tied. Two votes Leo, two votes Rhea, one vote Stephanie. Stephanie. That's two votes Rhea, two votes Leo, two votes Stephanie, one vote left. Third person voted out as Survivor BU Clash of the Classes. Stephanie. That's three. Tonight that's enough. Gonna need you to bring me your candle. Stephanie, tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
Fuck? Oh my god.
Couple shocked faces, a 3-2-2 vote. Y'all said it was going to be a blindside based on their reaction. I'd say it was. Go ahead and grab your things and head on back to campus. Good night.
Both tribes will be attending tribal council. Next time on Survivor.
I'm losing my goddamn mind.
Brie needs to go.
How does she know that?
Say what you were thinking.
These people on this tribe have been so stupid. Like,
almost cost me in the end. Oh my god, I hope it didn't cost me in the end.
Nobody knows what's coming next. Not even me. I think I actually might cry. I'm so sad because, like, I'm like a Big Brother super fan, and like, I love Survivor so much. So it's like, I'm actually crying. Like.